Hey Moonbeams, it's me, Celia the Spirit Guide Whisperer, your Fairy Tarot sister. Today we are doing a reading on purpose. I get a lot of questions as a spiritual mentor about purpose. How do I know I am living in my purpose? How do I find my purpose? How do I get on the right track? And I already did another video that is posted already about purpose, diving a little bit deeper, and my kind of like advice and my own story a little bit and take on purpose. As somebody who is an entrepreneur and I'm living my purpose. And if you guys have any questions about that video, make sure you drop them below in that video so that I can make some content on whatever you guys have questions about, because it's a huge topic to cover, purpose, but I really want to be able to help you guys out and give you guys some guidance from my own personal experiences and being able to channel your energy and channel your spirit guides, which is what we're doing in this video today. So we're going to be doing things a little bit differently though. So this is a pick a pile reading, but I'm going to start with a general reading for everybody who comes across this, no matter when you're coming across from it. You could be watching this 3 years later. Some of my videos, people comment like, oh, this resonates 3 years later. That's because they're all timeless. They are meant to be that way. So I'm going to do a general reading for everybody who comes across this. And then at the end of that, I will give you your options to pick a detailed pile, and we'll go into that. And then I will also have an even deeper dive that I'm going to post on my Patreon. So like an extended reading on each of the piles from this reading on my Patreon. It'll be available for all levels. It starts at $11. So, and then there's all the other like crazy benefits on Patreon. So make sure you check that out if you kind of want a lot more about your purpose. And I'm also doing on Patreon, I'm talking about getting specific about some of the different ways and tools, modalities that we can use to discover our purpose, to help us along. So I'll be going over midheavens. I really want to cover like life path numbers and kind of give you guys some information, what I know about those things. Okay, so I actually already started recording this video and then my phone ran out of storage. So we're back though. So I already kind of started, and so I already have a little bit of a sense of what we're talking about here. So let's get started with this reading. Oh, that kind of matches my nails. How cute. Okay, so the first message that I even want to put out there before we even get into the cards, the fact that I ran out of space like 10 minutes into filming, and I am not gonna lie, I was frustrated. This means that you could be on the right track in your purpose right now, but you keep hitting speed bumps. You keep hitting road bumps. You keep getting blockages, it feels like, and your spirit guides are telling you to keep going. Keep going. Don't let that discourage you. Because one thing that I also really want to make content on is when you are following your intuition, which I talked about in the other video, but if you are following your intuition, even if something feels like it's the wrong choice after you did it, or there's a block in the road, or if you're following your intuition, you know everything is working out in divine timing with divine orchestration. And so it's important for you to keep following your gut. If you feel called to do something and you fail, it doesn't go the way that you thought, if you feel like you needed to do it, like I felt like I really needed to make this video, then keep doing it. Your spirit guides are telling you don't give up. I've just heard don't let up. And I'm seeing somebody playing basketball. So maybe you were like, somebody out there was like a serious athlete. And I'm getting something about like a parent or somebody like really pushing you and just telling you, this could be somebody who's passed away or somebody who's still living, but like a coach or a teacher, you know, a parent just telling you like, no, don't give up. You keep going. That was a really kind of, it feels random, but it's never really random. So if that was for you, let me know in the comments, but you're just being asked to keep going. Okay, so that's first things first. Okay, Now, the other cards that I pulled, these are the archetype cards by Caroline Myss, and I really like these for these types of readings. So when it comes to your purpose, we got this Prince card, and we have the light attribute of the Prince card, and that is romantic charm and potential for power. So the vibes that I was really picking up on that, you could be an entrepreneur, or entrepreneurship may be a huge part of your journey, a huge part of finding your purpose. Now, it doesn't have to be, but it could be in any type of way, right? Even if you're meant to have like a regular 9-to-5 and a side hustle, I would still count that something that you're passionate about. But what I'm getting is that right now is a really, really good time for you to take a lot of action on your purpose, especially if you are like a creator, a creative, if you are somebody who, you know, is in front of the camera, if you're an entrepreneur, your energy is very magnetic right now. And you may or may not feel that, but your spirit guides are telling you, I'm getting this sense that you are just very powerful and magnetic, and you have a lot of charm and charisma, and people are flocking to you, or they would. What I'm also getting is some of you guys might be kind of like in hiding a little bit, or if you're not putting yourself out there as much as you would or as much as you need to, that could be kind of blocking you. Everything, it happens for a reason, we know that, but at the same time it feels like you could be kind of hiding, but there's all this magnetic energy out there for you. So your spirit guides are telling you, like, go, get out there, put yourself out there. Now is a good a time as any, is kind of what I'm getting, okay? So another message that I also got with this card, we have child magical, and we're focusing on the light attributes of this card as well. It says, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, and also the belief that everything is possible. So what I'm getting, that could be a slight blockage, or maybe you resonate more with, you know, it was kind of a blockage and you're moving out of it. I'm feeling like maybe like 70-80% of you guys are like, you can feel yourself moving out of that energy already. And if you're part of that other percentage, know that this energy is coming. I would do a cleanse on yourself to try and like kind of move into this, but it's coming for you. But I feel like this energy is kind of that other percent is like feeling blocked, feeling like you kind of already know, you have a good sense of where to go in your purpose, but you are scared. You don't feel like it's possible for whatever reason. You might feel like, you know, you're not good enough. There might be feelings of, you know, unworthiness. There might be feelings of, you know, this is too big of a dream. And this could be conscious or subconscious, right? So your conscious is, you're aware of it. You can speak these things. You can say them. Yeah, I know that I have confidence issues. But the subconscious is the stuff that really gets us. And that's the energy that I'm picking up on, right? I don't always just pick up on conscious energy. I'm picking up on subconscious too. That's the cool thing about, you know, when we read energy. But there's usually not a lot you can do about it unless you bring that subconscious to the conscious level. And that's what these readings do, right? So this, in your subconscious layer, your spirit guides are literally showing it to me as like layers. In your subconscious layer, there is a lot of doubt, a lot of fear. Even if you have a good idea of like, this is what I want to do, this is my purpose, you have that intuitive pull to do something, you feel kind of unworthy at a subconscious level. And so doing some shadow work, working with that, a fear of failure, or a fear of being seen is also something that is jumping out at me. Okay, so I pulled these other two cards, and I have the Seven of Wands. Okay, let me know how that is resonating for you guys. I'm feeling like somebody's like kind of mind blown right now. Like, oh my gosh, like, is she really reading me? Yes, that's my job. That's what I do. So the Seven of Wands is here, and the Page of Wands, which I actually kind of really like this energy. I like this a little bit more than this, but let's talk about this first. So with the Seven of Wands, it feels like you could be getting a lot of energy getting flung at you, is what I'm hearing, or like how I'm seeing it. Your spirit guides are saying that there could be a lot of people putting their opinions on you. Again, that could be consciously or subconsciously. So maybe these beliefs that, you know, oh, it might not work out. Like, I really want to be, you know, I want to be a business owner. Like, but I feel like maybe you could have family, or society has really gotten into your head about like, oh, well, you know, business owners are bad people. Like, if you just want money, there could be a lot of money wounds here. Yeah. Ooh. Poverty consciousness is something that I'm picking up on strongly for anybody watching this right now. You could have had past lives where you were deeply wounded by money in some way, and that could be on one extreme of like being really, really rich, and maybe you just abuse that power, or you could have been really, really poor, and your mind and karma and psyche are kind of still stuck in that place. And that is something that your soul signed up for in this life to kind of transcend. And I do feel like you're working out of it, but I'm just feeling like there could be so many different things coming from so many different areas, different people, again, either directly telling you like, okay, you know, you're crazy. Like, how could you ever do that? Or just kind of more like on the low, like kind of slick, right? Where you say, oh, you know, I've always wanted to be a singer, and people being like, well, you know, you can't really sing like that. Or if you've always wanted to, you know, own your own crystal shop, people are like, well, you know, like that stuff isn't really real. So I don't know how you're going to do that. Like, that kind of stuff I feel like is being thrown at you. So I would pay attention to the people who are surrounding you right now. And I'm not saying to cut everybody off or anything like that, but just really be aware of your surroundings and what is being fed into your mind right now. Set your boundaries with the people who their energy is not really conducive to you building your dreams, to you finding your purpose. Okay? And I feel like once you start to do that, you are going to get a lot of inspiration with this Page of Wands. For a lot of you guys, this could be really kicked off with a good spiritual bath. Taking a good spiritual bath, because what I do know about this community is that a lot of us are extremely sensitive. We're extremely clairsentient. I just did an Instagram reel about that not that long ago, talking about how we are so, like, our energy is sticky as sensitive people. Our energy is so, like this was saying, your energy is magnetic right now. And so that's not always, ooh, throat chakra, hello, excuse me, with the blue card, of course. That's not only attracting like good energy, that's attracting any energy. So what you can do is set up like protections to kind of filter some of that, set your boundaries to also filter some of that, but also cleansing to make sure that whatever feelings that you're feeling right now aren't doubt and I just heard self-harm, doubt and self-harm and negative talking to yourself, that type of energy. I feel like some of it is not even yours. Ooh, it's the sirens for me. I don't know if y'all can hear those sirens. There's sirens, and your spirit guides are like, you need a spiritual bath. You need a cleanse of your house, your area immediately. I feel like that's really gonna help. I'm literally working on a spiritual bath ebook right now that's gonna have a bunch of recipes, how-to instructions on everything. But I already have content up on it, so you don't have to wait till the ebook comes out. It'll be really good when it does, and I'll let you guys know, of course, but I have some content on how to take spiritual baths on Instagram already, and maybe I'll make some by the time I upload this video, because it feels urgent, right? The sirens coming through after that means that it's urgent, because again, I'm feeling like, and I'm seeing these bananas, and Spirit is telling me right now, the time for the next like 2 to 3 months, especially, your energy, the timing, maybe where your planets are aligned in your chart, like everything is ripe right now. Everything is feeling very, places that have felt stale, stagnant in your life, like it's all loosening up. And your spirit guides want you to be aware of that so that you can take that momentum and really start moving into your purpose even more, okay? Let me see what other energy we want to talk about. I'm gonna get one of these cards before we move on to the individual like pick a pile part. I hope that this is resonating. Make sure that you like this video, please, if it's making sense for you, if it's resonating. Let me know how it's resonating for you too. I always love hearing those. Yeah, I just saw a frog. You could be getting ready to timeline jump, but you don't want to timeline jump with everybody else's icky energy on you. Cleanse yourself. Okay, beautiful. Love this. So we got this card the other day too on like a live. I believe it says embrace your inner gypsy. It says freedom, fun, music. And this is interesting because I feel like for some of you who are resonating, you could have been a gypsy in a past life. I know I've read for at least 1 or 2 people who have been gypsies in past lives, feeling very, and sometimes, not always, gypsies can, the past lives that I've seen, they are very, I'm thinking of the example like in, what's that with the guy with the eye? Hunchback of Notre Dame, girl. Hunchback of Notre Dame, where Esmeralda, you know, she was very transient. She didn't really ever feel like, I feel like I'm channeling a past life for a couple of people right now. And it might not be exactly, like I would have to do an Akashic Journey session with you to know the details of your exact past life. But I'm literally seeing somebody, doesn't even have to be a female, but somebody who is very transient in their living. They never feel like they feel at home, but things are also very hard for them. So they have to do certain things to make ends meet. Okay, so that was like a kind of separate but related thing. If that's you, let me know too. Because that felt very specific, like oddly specific. And I'd be interested in diving into that past life deeper too. But this card is talking about, besides all of that, is talking about freedom, fun, music, moving your body. That could be a good way of cleansing. Now, spiritual baths, even though I swear by them, they are not the only way to cleanse your energy. You can move your body, and a lot of times that is what our body needs. I'm literally hearing a violin playing in the background, like fiddle music. You can see there's these 2 guys here, and immediately as I saw them, I'm hearing like, like I'm hearing fiddle type music. I feel like your guides are also telling you to pay attention to the music that you're listening to. Make sure that it's uplifting. Try not to be in your sad girl era right now, or like your sad girl music era right now. Try to listen to songs that are uplifting, that make you want to move your body. Like I just saw somebody shimmying. Okay, so your body, listen to put on some happy music and listen to what your body is wanting to do. Okay. And I'm hearing the song I Don't Dance from High School Musical, and your spirit guides are telling you, if you feel weird about dancing, don't call it dancing then, call it intuitive movement. If that's shaking out your body, I have a somatic videos about somatic exercises to release stagnant energy. You might need to do those too, looking into somatic movements. The one that we did a while ago, and I'll try and repost that on Patreon, but the one that we did a while ago, it was, actually what's funny is immediately after I did all of the exercises, the somatic stretches and movements that I was showing you guys, is exactly when I timeline jumped the last time. And so I'm having a feeling too that my spirit guides are like, yeah, once you get all that energy out, you're going to timeline jump again. So that could be a really good message for you as well. Okay. But really enjoy. The other day I got on TikTok live. Shout out to anybody who was there on the TikTok live, all like 9 of you or something. And we were just vibing. We were doing like karaoke. We were dancing, having fun. And I feel like you need more of that energy versus worrying so much about your purpose or your job or your family or whatever. Spend some time just catering to you. Yeah, I just heard Cater to You by Beyonce. Let me cater to you. And even in that, they're like moving their bodies, you know, they do when they little. So move your body, intuitive movement. That could shake up some of this stagnant energy. Do it with intention. That's always important. Okay. So now we're going to get into the separate pick a card, pick a pile, pick a message. We're only going to do 2. But I'm going to get kind of detailed. And like I said, I will be doing an extended, and that'll be on Patreon, where we'll go even deeper into each of these piles. Okay, so we're just going to do 2 piles. We're going to keep it simple with either pile 1 or pile 2. So tune into your body, whichever one feels right for you. If both of them do, that's fine too. Watch 1 and then 2. All right, so for pile 1, pause if you need to pick. But pile 1, this is what you need to know about your purpose, diving a little bit deeper. So this card says martyr, okay? The light attribute is kind of, both of them actually, the light and the shadow attribute. It says learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So I feel like for this pile specifically, you could be in this energy of really knowing what you love to do. And I feel like your spirit guides are saying the next step. I'm literally seeing you step up on stairs. And your spirit guides are saying the next step for you is learning how you can turn what you already love to do into something that will help other people. Okay, because there's a way to do it. And I just heard somebody's spirit guides say, like, I don't care if you don't think it can be done, it can be done. So that was like a message from earlier about belief in yourself, right? It really feels like you are being called to be of service for people. And a message that I'm really picking up for this pile 1, it feels like you are being asked to kind of possibly volunteer your time. I'm really getting that you could have a very particular set of skills or things that you really enjoy doing, or just something you're an expert at, whatever, where you could teach, or you could, I'm seeing like mentoring. Maybe you, enroll to be a mentor in the Big Brother, Big Sister program, or there's something that you can show somebody else. And I'm actually kind of getting like doing it for free. Now, listen, let me make a disclaimer, because I'm not telling y'all to go out there and just drain yourself for free. I'm not telling you to, take less than what you are owed or what you deserve. I'm all about energy exchange. But at the same time, what it really feels like for this pile is your spirit guides are asking you to be of service, to volunteer a little bit of your time. It doesn't have to be a lot. And this could also be an opportunity. I tried to stop saying tests and just start saying opportunities. This could be an opportunity for you, pile 1, to really, I just heard show them what you're made of. Okay, so it could be where maybe you're really good at like sewing, or you're trying to sew and get into the fashion industry, and maybe somebody is having a fashion show and you volunteer to make one of the outfits, or you volunteer to pick out the accessories, and you say, okay, don't sweat it, like I will take care of this and whatever. And I feel like that is going to be very good karma for you, and that is going to be it's going to reveal something, is what I just heard. Your spirit guides are saying it will reveal a lot about you, and this could be exposure. Again, I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, because I'm not telling you to just put your gifts out there for free. I'm telling you that there is some way that you can be of service to a community that will really, really help you. It will reveal something to you. It'll guide you. It could be, that you do something and then they end up hiring you from that or something. but make sure that you stay balanced. Okay, beautiful. Before I even pulled these cards, these are both cards of balance, right? Temperance and the Two of Pentacles. Your spirit guides are saying not too much, okay? Not too much on the giving away stuff for free. So that's going to be up to you and your discernment. And again, that could be your test / opportunity to really learn, okay, well, how much is too much to give away? It feels like you could be a little bit stingy with your gifts right now. Your guides are like, okay, but we need you to get out there and put it out there. And that will help move things. I heard grease the wheels. Okay. So if you are wanting to look deeper into that, you guys can meet me over on Patreon, and I will do piles 1 and 2, a deeper dive. But yeah, it really feels like doing that is going to be very, very helpful for you. And I'm interested to see what other messages we get for you, pile 1. Okay, so thanks for watching. I'll meet you guys over on Patreon for the deeper reading. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Okay, so pile 2. Pile 2. This is your card. This card came out reversed. I've been taking reversals for this deck because it has light and shadow attributes. Excuse me. So I'm going to take the shadow attribute. Ooh, your throat chakra. There could be something that you need to speak up about. I just heard praise, self-praise. Pile 2, you're not giving yourself enough credit on your journey, okay? You could be really struggling to find your purpose or just in life in general. And your spirit guides are like, you are not taking enough time to really just celebrate yourself, is what I'm feeling, okay? And that's going to make all the difference on your journey. Also, your throat chakra is a bit unbalanced. It could really use some balancing. You know, there is a underactive throat chakra. Ooh, see? Underactive throat chakra and overactive. And I feel like yours could be sliding from one to the next. I have a class on throat chakra healing. It's literally a meditation, a class. I give you journal prompts on healing your throat chakra on Patreon. It's available on all tiers. I think it was available just for the $22 tier, and then I bumped it down so that everybody had access to it on Patreon. So if you're already on Patreon, or if you're going to join, you can just search throat chakra in there and find it. But let's look at this shadow attribute. It says, selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Okay, visionary is the card, by the way. So it feels like you are, like it said, compromising too much. You could be getting a lot of interference from other people. And I don't know if you guys heard those sirens in the background again. So kind of the same like what happened in the first part of the reading for everybody. Where you have, yeah, I just heard a football. I just saw like a football referee and they're like interference and they're like throwing flag. Girl, I don't know, you know, football like that, but you know what I mean. There's interference. There's a flag on the play because somebody, multiple people, I feel like, could be kind of infiltrating your energy. Whether they mean to or not, that's neither here nor there, but it is causing you to compromise your vision in some type of way. And your spirit guides are like, you need to stop that. You need to stop that. Okay. We have the Page of Swords. My head is just tickling just now. You could be getting like a lot of insights, but you're not like acting on them. I feel like you could be having a lot of like ideas that are coming to you and you're like, yeah, I could do this and I could do this. And your spirit guides are like, well, yeah, but you're not doing it. You know, I feel like you're not doing it. So with this Knight of Swords reversed, not taking action, right? Getting a bunch of thoughts and not acting on it. That's what it feels like. And then the Page of Swords reversed. I feel like these are a lot of really good ideas that you could, again, be compromising because people are like, well, are you sure you want to do it like that? But you know, you talking to your Aunt Betty who ain't never had a business, ain't never had, you know, it's like asking for relationship advice from somebody who's never had a successful relationship. Like, you don't have to ignore everything they say per se, but also, like, you know, be careful of who you take advice from. Yeah, the Six of Cups. Look at your Aunt Betty right there. Girl, she's like, here, take this. And you're like, sure, no. Another interpretation of this card, though, that I'm getting is something about you being passed on gifts from your ancestors, taking it and running with it. And actually, a specific message that I'm getting for this pile number 2, you could be, whatever you're doing could be a play on somebody else's dreams. But you could be, it's kind of almost opposite of what I said earlier. So if that wasn't quite resonating, or both of these messages could resonate, it really feels like you are being asked to continue a tradition in a way, but do it your way. So maybe if you are inheriting, you know, a business, a salon business, right? These are just random things that are popping up. If these are your stories, let me know. But I'm seeing somebody inherit like a barber shop, right? And, you know, you're inheriting your grandfather's barbershop, and he's been doing everything like a very specific way his whole life. This is what time we open, and this is what color the walls are, and this is how many barbers we have in here. And you could feel pressured to do everything exactly the same as he did it. But your spirit guides, the energy that I'm getting from this is like, shake things up a little bit. Do things your own way. And it's not disrespectful. It's a different time, it's a different age, and you're a different person. So you don't have to just do everything how it's always been done, giving like generational curse breaker type of energy. But also I am getting a strong sense of still carrying on like a legacy of some sort. So it could be a lot of different ways, something being passed down to you, whether it's a skill, a business, even just a talent, right? Maybe if your mom was like a really good singer, or this could also be a dream that somebody had that they didn't quite get to do, and you are being handed the ball and you are being asked to run with it, is what I just saw. And I literally just saw somebody running and making a touchdown. So it's like, you're only going to do this and be that successful if you're doing it in your way. You could be listening to too many people's opinions. So that's really interesting. Let me know how that's resonating. I will meet you guys over on Patreon for the extended version of this reading. I'm really interested to see how that's going to kind of play out and what other details there are. But if this is where, you know, if that was good for you, then good. Take that energy with you. Do whatever you need to do. Thank you so much for watching and supporting, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Also, let me know if you like this style. I don't know if anybody's reading this by now. If you're listening to this by now, let me know if you like this style of reading. Okay? Bye. Thanks.